Mistakes are an integral part of the human experience and our path to personal development. No matter how hard we try and how careful we are, no one is immune to mistakes. But the key thing is not whether we will make a mistake, but how we will deal with it and how we will use that mistake as an opportunity to learn and grow. In this video we will explore why it is important to accept your mistakes, analyze them, learn from them and use them as motivation for further progress. In today's society, where perfection often becomes the norm, people often strive to avoid mistakes. However, can every mistake be considered purely negative, or does it have a deeper purpose? The title, People Should Learn from Their Mistakes, encourages thinking about the nature of mistakes and ways to deal with them. How we treat our own mistakes often reflects on our self-image and capacity for personal growth. Sometimes we are afraid to admit our mistakes, fearing judgment or loss of self-confidence. But it is important to understand that mistakes are an essential part of the human experience. Admitting a mistake is the first step towards correcting it and learning from it. After we admit our mistake, it is important to analyze it more deeply. Asking questions like, how did I get to that point, and what decisions did I make that led to this error, helps us understand the situation. The analysis makes it possible to observe patterns of behavior or decision-making that led to the problem. Mistakes thus become an opportunity for personal learning and improvement. Mistakes are not only an opportunity to learn, but also a source of motivation for personal development. When we face the consequences of our mistakes, they can inspire us to try harder and be more conscious in our future decisions and actions. Instead of discouraging us, mistakes encourage us to do better and become more self-aware. Ultimately, it is important to understand that mistakes are not a sign of weakness, but an indispensable part of life and the way we grow. If we want to become a better version of ourselves, we need to accept our mistakes, analyze them, learn from them and use them as motivation for further progress. Acknowledging mistakes and their importance. The first and most important lesson we need to learn is to admit our own mistakes. This is not easy, because we often perceive our mistakes as a defeat or a sign of our own incompetence. However, admitting mistakes is the first step towards correcting them. When we admit a mistake, we recognize that we are not perfect, but that we can work on ourselves and become better. Analyzing mistakes and learning from them. After admitting a mistake, the next step is analysis. It is important to understand more deeply what led to the error. Ask yourself questions like, how did I get to that point, or what decisions did I make that led to this error? The analysis will help you identify the patterns of behavior and decision-making that led to the problem. The key is not to judge yourself during this process. Instead, focus on solutions. Think about how you could have done things differently and what you can learn from your mistake to prevent the same situation from happening again. Use mistakes as motivation. Mistakes are often the source of painful consequences, but that doesn't mean you should lose hope or confidence. On the contrary, use your mistakes as motivation for further development. When you face the consequences of your mistakes, it can inspire you to try harder and work to improve yourself. Challenge yourself to be better and more aware in your future decisions and actions. Let every mistake be an incentive for you to become a better version of yourself. Conclusion. Everyone makes mistakes in life, but what differentiates us is not the number of those mistakes, but the way we deal with them. Admitting mistakes, analyzing and learning from them, and using mistakes as motivation for personal growth are key steps on the road to success. If you want to learn more about how to deal with mistakes and how to use them as an opportunity for personal development, we encourage you to visit our YouTube channel. There you will find many inspirational videos and tips on how to become a better version of yourself. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future videos on these and similar topics. Together we can learn how every mistake can be an opportunity to grow and achieve your goals.